You're listening to the Comic Crusaders podcast. I am your host, Al Mega, CEO of Comic Crusaders and Undercover Capes. In this show, I'm sitting down with creators from all walks of life to talk about inspiration, process, the lessons they've learned, and a whole lot more.
Well, obviamente, it's your boy Al Mega. Welcome to a brand new Comic Crusaders podcast. Today we're talking some indie comics, baby. That's right. We got an amazing character designer, writer. I mean, my man is a publisher through a company called Wake Comics. Yes, this is going to be your next favorite independent comic book publisher right here in the business. Let me introduce the man himself, the future myth and future legend in the making right here, Mr. DeWayne Dority.
What's going on, everybody? Thank you for having me.
Yeah, thanks for coming through, brother, to talk about your dope project that's live on Kickstarter now called Blood.
Yeah.
Yes, for any funded folks, but we're going to learn all about this in a little bit. You know how we roll over here in Comic Crusaders podcast, baby. All right. So, DeWayne, again, thank you for coming through. And you know what it is. I mean, I know you've seen the show before, but we always love to know where our people hail from. And, of course, the most important question after that is, what is the first thing in all of fandom that you ever fell in love with?
Shoot, my name is DeWayne Dority, creator of Wake Comics, The Wake Verse. I've been drawing for 15 years, just an independent artist, just enjoying the road ahead of me. I started when I was like 16, 17, just doodling. Right. And then, I went down the road, had a family, had a kid, just doing the everyday life, and decided to get right back into drawing when I was an adult. So I'm proud to have Sable on Kickstarter and just be here and just be having this interview with you. And I think the best thing in fandom is just the fans from all walks of life. Just seeing the different types of people is awesome.
The question was actually, what was the first thing in fandom that you fell in love with?
The first thing in fandom
that you fell in love with, like that made you a fan of something that you could remember.
Well, the first thing that I can remember that I loved the most was Techno Man. As a little kid, just VHSs, growing up and watching them. That's what the thing I love the most.
Techno Man. What's Techno Man?
It was a show back in the 1992-93. It only had 2 seasons, but it was about Slade. Yeah, it was awesome. And he had this green crystal, and he'd go Techno Power, and he'd transform into this like bionicle transformer / Power Ranger type of character, and it was pretty cool. It was awesome. It had a great theme song. It was so cool.
Yo, thank you for putting me on. 92, yeah. By then, Al Mega was, being a bad boy in the streets, and I wasn't watching too many cartoons.
Yeah, I got into stuff when my dad, he had VHSs, and he had random stuff recorded on all of them. So it was awesome to literally just watch the stuff he recorded when I was literally a baby, and just fall in love with all the stuff he had.
You got me a little nervous there. You guess, random VHSs with stuff recorded. I hope you never saw anything you shouldn't have not seen.
No, because my dad would always love to write on it, so I knew what was on the VHS. So it's always awesome to get on there and check it out. And Techno Man was the first thing I watched, and I just fell in love with that, and that's what got me into my creative juices, was just seeing that theme song. Just was like, wow. And then later on in life, when I got a little older, watching Goku versus Frieza on Toonami was the other thing that just sparked my interest into becoming an artist.
Oh, bet. Excellent. All right. So in your nerddom here, in your geekdom, growing up, were you kind of a lone wolf, or did you have a tribe of fellow geeks that you roll with?
No, I was just really, really myself, because I was raised in like a lower class house. My dad, he wasn't a good man, but art was like my kind of getaway, and football. I was proud to do both of those. Those were the things that I could, get in the zone and do and enjoy, and not have to worry about things going inside my house. I would just write, draw, and just create, or I'd go play football and get my aggressions out on the football field.
Oh, that's all right. What was your position in football?
I played center, I played offensive line, and guard. And I played at Arkansas Baptist College. It's an HBCU in Little Rock, Arkansas.
Oh, dope. Check you out, man. Awesome stuff. All right, so good. Now you're doing something a lot safer.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, so you say you dove back. You were doodling when you were in school. You were saying, right?
Yeah.
And was it always a manga inspired because of Techno Man, or did you get into comic books at any time?
I started getting into comic books. Actually, everybody loves Batman And I was one of those people who fell in love with Batman, watching the Batman animated series and stuff like that. So Toonami and Cartoon Network is what I usually watched at home. So I like to watch Cow and Chicken and stuff like that, late night stuff.
Cow and Chicken, I love that.
Yeah. So I watched stuff like that growing up. Just little shows at night that I wasn't supposed to watch. So I fell in love with that. Like Sailor Moon, I watched Sailor Moon growing up. Stuff like that. I just love the art styles of everything going on. Oh, Ryan, thanks, brother. I appreciate you. Ryan is actually one of the artists that when in my indie comics journey, he's the first Kickstarter I ever backed. His Nomads book is awesome. Love it. Yeah. So his book was one of the first ones I backed on Kickstarter. His Nomad series is awesome. Highly recommend it.
And that's it. Indie rocks with one another, folks. That's support, baby. I love that type. It's a salute, Ryan. That's the way we do, baby. All right. But all right. So I'm sorry. So get back to you know, you drawing and then inspiration, right?
Yeah. And so when I went to college, I put down art for a few years, and then I moved to Oklahoma to be closer with family because my grandma, bless her soul, she passed away, but she was an old Cherokee Indian lady, love her to death. And she would always talk to me, and I'd show her my art and stuff. And so I was one of the last people to talk to her. And my wife, she ended up having surgeries, and you know, she was pregnant with our son, and I would be sitting in the hospital room doodling again. And so I would just doodle characters and just get back into the flow and be like, maybe I can do it again. And I would show the nurses and the doctors my art. And they're like, okay, you're doing all right. Because I just would sit there and doodle because, you know, she was in bed rest. So for 9 months, I'd sit there and doodle, help her doodle. And then finally, when my son was born, I started creating my characters and my stories. And Blood Sable was one of the first characters I ever drew. It was Blood Sable and my other character, Crescent Blue, that funded on Kickstarter. Nice. So when I was drawing Blood Sable, I was writing down his story. So Blood Sable, he already has a 4-part story arc. The first one's on Kickstarter. I have 3 more parts and probably more down the road. But I just made Blood Sable for my son because he has autism. And I just wanted a character that represented his strength and just something he could have when he's older. Just be like, Dad created this for you, and you can have it, buddy, and use it however you want down the road. I just wanted to make it for you because he was my motivation. So drawing that character, you know, 9 years ago was just the starting point. And I'm so proud of where my art is now. It's night and day how it happened. I've just been putting my nose to the grinding stone, and now I'm finally here talking to you. So I'm just very proud, nervous and proud. Because
don't be nervous, man, because your drawing is funded already. You know what I mean? So that's
it's just like I just don't want the good times to end. I wanted them just to keep rolling.
Well, you know, listen, you do things with good energy and positivity, and you believe in your story. Let me tell you, everybody else does too. And I believe and really learn all about it, for you see.
Yeah, and at first I didn't think Blood Sable would fund because Blood Sable has actually been redrawn a couple times by a couple other artists, but they had other projects, so they would drop it. But huge shout out to my friend John Coates. He's a New Yorker from Astoria. Hey. Him and I got close talking about his family, my family, and his mom recently passed away, so rest her soul too. And so I was talking about my family, how my son is disabled, my wife is disabled, and he said, hey, brother, and we got together, and he, helped me out by doing the pencils and inks, and he sent them to me. He mailed me every single page, so I was able to put them into Procreate, re-ink them, recolor them, and do everything I needed to do. So just to know that 9 years in the making, just writing the story and the character and redrawing him and redoing him, just to be able to be here, it's just such a blessing. Because I didn't know if I'd get Blood Sable here to where it is now. So I'm proud of where he is now, and that he's funded on Kickstarter, and just many more great things are coming from Wake Comics and the Wakeverse. Just so many more things I have already.
Well, fantastic. I don't know if you know Tommy from World at War Comics, but you got to be on his podcast. Another great podcaster, folks. That's my man Tommy right there. Also, comic book creator, Kingsville. Check that out. You know what I mean?
Anybody who had me on, I would love to be on. I'm just cut from a different cloth. I do things unique in my own way, and I just love to show it off for people.
And that's the way it should be. Again, that's artistry, you know what I mean? And that's what I think about what's indie. You're not held by any rules. Like, you go to a big 2 house, you're gonna be held by house rules. And that's what I love about indie. You are truly independent in how you want the story and the how for it to look. So again, wonderful job. We want to get into that. So before we do, I want to ask about you then connecting with people. Like, you know, as you were about to build this book, like how did you put yourself out there to find people that fit, maybe the art style or how you wanted to work to get the story out?
Honestly, I'm actually like reclusive. I don't really talk to people, honestly. When I'm in my home, but when I talk to people that I get comfortable with, like John and Ryan and a bunch of other amazing artists that I've met along the road, I just talk to them like a human being. I just talk to them about their art, their journey, and I just tell them how great their artwork is and that they should keep going. Because there's a lot of great artists who should have more followers than me on everything. There's a lot of them. Donnie Green, who's also from New York, great artist. I recommend checking him out too. Like it's just great just to reach out to people. You're not going to get anywhere if you don't talk to people. Because if you just stay in your own little bubble, you're never going to move anywhere. So that's what I've been trying to do. I've been trying to get out of my bubble and just reach out to artists, talk to them. It's been cool that I've talked to artists from other indie comic companies like the Rippaverse. I've talked to people like Igor, people I didn't expect I'd ever collab with. Like there's a lot of good people I've actually done artwork with, and I'm still doing art with behind the scenes. It's pretty cool. I've been a part of some other projects that aren't mine that got funded on Kickstarter as well. So I've just been trying to put myself out there and just talk to people like a human being and just be like, hey, I can offer something for you and just be on your team and help you out. And so far, I still have the same people helping me out in return. So, I mean, I think I'm doing all right.
Yeah, baby. That's right. I am digging that. So let me ask about the platform. Before we get into it, you chose Kickstarter for your project. What was it about the Kickstarter platform over the others that you chose it particularly to have your?
Well, I think Kickstarter is it's more simple for me. I love the simplicity of how you're able to upload stuff and show it off to people. And most of my friends already have profiles and stuff on theirs as well. So a lot of artists that I was reaching out to and talking to, most of their stuff is on Kickstarter as well. So I actually talked to a bunch of artists who are over there to, ask them how they would do their Kickstarter. And, I got some tips and tricks on what I should do and how I should reformat my comic. Because Crescent Blue, Conquer Darkness, my first book that funded, it was my first, actual real project I've done all by myself.
What year was that?
I think it was 2023, last year, or 2022. It was not far. It was my first successful one, which was awesome. Proud of that.
You say your first successful one. Was it your first try as well?
No, I actually had Liar. I had my first Liar book. It didn't fund. And then I had a Liar versus Terracite, and it didn't fund. So I kind of was like down in the dumps for a while, and I was like, man, I don't know if I should do this because they didn't fund. And so, I just put my head down and said, you know what? I'm going to try again. I'm going to go back and I'm going to draw my Crescent Blue Conquer Darkness book all by myself. And so that was my first objective, was to just get that out there first. Because I loved Crescent Blue. He's my best character. I just love his colors. Cotton candy colored hero who likes to use bubbles, transform them into stuff. Just my favorite personal character. And when Crescent Blue funded, I was like, okay, I got this. I can go back and make Blood Sable even better, do the word art and stuff, make it look appealing to people who want to back it. And so just Crescent Blue funding was like, okay, I know how I can up the ante and do it better a second time. And now with Blood Sable funding, I'm like, okay, I can do an even better job the third time around. So it's just like, it's just.
Your head is back up, baby. Woo! Let's go.
Yeah, because at first I was like, I don't think art is for me anymore, because I was like, you know what? They're not funding. But then I had a bunch of people come up to me and said, just keep going, man. You got this. He's just like, don't give up on yourself. Because I was going to be like, you know what? I'm just going to post my, character art and just leave it there and just have my stories for myself. But, I had a lot of people. Yeah, Ryan's right. The dude's awesome. Like, that's what I'm talking about. He's been there. Ryan's one of the guys that we first met. Like, it's so cool to be a part of his book, Nomads. One of my characters is in his book as a villain, which is pretty cool. Because he drew my character Crescent Blue too. We talked and just had a, kick the crap around and just was talking about how our books were going to be and stuff. So Ryan's one of those guys who I appreciate, and I'm thankful that he backed this book as well. Good dude. But yeah, I've had actual indie creators who know the game, and they've been like, hey, this is how you can do better. I've actually had talks with the Comic Unknown, who has his Kickstarter Exodus Z issue 2 right now, and he called me and we talked about how we can up our Kickstarter projects and stuff like that too, and how we should do better and how we can reach more people. And so just reaching out to people has been a new thing for me because I really don't like to talk to people. But when I get used to people, I like to talk to them. So it's been a learning curve for me because I love my son and my wife more than anybody. So I usually talk to them two more than anyone I know.
Yeah, but no worries. But now we're gonna talk about some awesomeness, though. That's what we're gonna do.
Yeah.
We're gonna
Yeah.
I'm gonna type in the Kickstarter, folks, where it has a cool video, and after this video, we're gonna dig in to the whole business. All right, baby, let's check it out. Wepa! Woo! You seen that, baby? Listen, right there, folks. Let me just point this out real quick.
Oh my gosh, let's go!
Right there,
Got more backers, baby. Let's go.
$823. We're funded with 39. Salute to you, indie supporters.
Let's go.
8 days to go, man. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Yo, was that dramatic or what? My gosh.
You have no idea. Like, even though I never have done like a movie in my life or put together or edited a movie, I'm so proud of that one. Like, I took me a few days to get that Blood Sable, little promotion video up and going because I kept taking out parts of the book because I didn't really want to spoil it. But I'm so proud of it. Just looking at it and seeing more people have backed it just blows my mind. Like, the indie comics is where it's at, man. Like, there's so many good people there that you wouldn't even expect to be there that are awesome people. I'm blown away by all the love and support I've got. I'm just that I have fans that love my books and my characters and just support me, man. Like, you have no clue like how awesome that feels when you see it funded.
You trust me, I understand. Because for me, for example, while I do this, just podcasting, when I've gone to conventions and again, I'm doing this on a video format. We're not neighbors. But when I've gone to some shows where people I've interviewed see me in person, all I don't notice it because of big crowds. All I hear somebody say, "Wepa!" I look back, like, I get a big hug. They squeeze the shit out of me. It's what's up, and it's wonderful. I get it. And then thank you for the support. I mean, no doubt, that's what we're here for. That's why that's for me a blessing, yo. Yo, Big Dan, what's up, Poppy? How you doing?
And it was so cool. The first indie comics like convention I went to the Jewish Center. They were holding a comic day festival there, and I went with my wife and son. And there were so many cool people there that I wouldn't expect. And there was a few artists there that from the Tulsa area that actually I follow and check them out. It was so cool to see just all the geeks and the people who love comics just dressing up as like Ghostbusters and mermaids and just all their favorite stuff. Like, for the first time, I was like, I feel like I'm in good company. Like, I feel like I'm around people that I know I can be around.
Now you gotta dress up like Blood Sable next time. We're gonna open you up to the world, bro. You're gonna talk to people as Blood Sable next time.
Yeah, I can. I should dress up my son as Blood Sable because that's his character. Maybe dress him up. We'll see.
Dress him up. There you go. Hell yeah, bro. That's
but man, just
going, bro.
Yeah, just seeing this, just like. When I was writing Blood Sable, I just thought about my wife because my wife, she beat cancer once and now she's terminal again. So it's just like, we've talked about, things that happen, after she passes because there's not really good news, but we keep praying and making sure that she's okay. And so when I thought about writing this story, I thought about a character named Eric Burns who would do anything for his family. No matter what happens to his family, he will always be there for him. And Eric Burns is that character. Just like you're not going to keep him down. The man is loyal to who he loves, and he will support the people that are in his corner. Just a great character with a great heart. And so in this story, just Eric Burns, you're not going to stop him. You're not going to stop a father from his family, from his son. If you take his son, if you take the people he cares for, he will come after you. And that's what Eric Burns is all about. The Blood Sable is just a dad who is like, if you come near my family, I will come for you.
Yeah, but I mean, I that's all of us right here, you know, especially if you're a real man that loves your family. You absolutely have that. So you're already selling me on this, and I'm sorry what you just said. You kind of hit me really hard.
It's all good.
A little watery because I don't know, man. As I get older, I feel so much more compassion, and I cannot imagine what you and your family are going through. And,
it's
God bless you guys. You know,
I appreciate it, brother. Yeah, that's why I stay at home and I do art, because I'm their full-time caregiver. Because my son, I take care of him, and my wife, she sometimes forgets things and doesn't remember things, so I have to be there to be like, hey, honey, I got you. So I'm there. I have her back, and each and every time. She doesn't have to worry about loyalty because I'm there for her every single day. So I got her back through everything. So, and that's why I don't really get close to people, because I just don't, a lot of people have burned her in the past. So I just, people in her corner means a lot to me. And John Coates, that dude, like, he really was there for me when I needed him the most. So he's a good dude. I check him out. Psycho Raw Art. He's going to have Indiegogo coming out next year. Just a great dude. Like, I can't wait for all his projects to drop. Just a great man that's been in my corner that I don't really get a chance to, show appreciation for. So he's a good dude.
And there goes that beautiful family right there. Yeah. Real Blood Sable family, baby. Created by DeWayne. Oh, look at that. So what's that? Right there?
That's the Blood Sable medallion. Since I'm Cherokee, going to have some backstory of how that, that amulet comes into play. So you'll get to know what it's like in the book, what it's used for and stuff. So it's going to be pretty cool. I'm
native. I'm Taino. Let's go, baby.
Yeah. So I want to try to put some of my native, roots into the story. So that Blood Sable amulet is given only to the Blood Sable warriors. So we're going to figure out what Blood Sable will be in later iterations, what that character is, what he is, and what that amulet means for him and his family. So we're going to figure that out. There's a couple, things in the book that'll kind of give it hints at what's going to happen next. So I'm so proud of it. I can't wait for people to get it. And John, I loved his work. He got that 90s style artwork. So I was like, that could actually really be awesome with people who love 90s comics. So when he drew it all, I was like, this is perfect. It works. It works.
I love those 90s comics. I don't give a shit. Listen, I love my 80s, but my 90s too, man. That's when I was, a teen. And come on, man. Image, everything was popping at the time. Come on now.
The 90s were the best. Anybody who says the 90s weren't, I don't trust them.
Yeah, for real. I mean, honestly, there was, I know it. We were overdosed. It almost killed the industry in the 90s. But in the early part of the 90s, we had some dope shit come out.
Yeah, there's a lot of great comics, like Wildcats, everything from Jim Lee and
even the Marvel case stuff. Remember the Marvel Death's Heads and all that shit, and then Malibu and all that other stuff back in the day too. You know what I mean? Love it.
But John, like, I loved coloring, those two covers. Yeah, it was kind of hard because
coloring, bro. That shit.
Yeah,
I'm a big coloring fan. That's the first thing I see. And when it pops, you already got me sold. You know what I mean? And the art, what's going on here, brother? Introduce. What's your team? Who did this?
Me, John, like I said, he did all the inks and the pencils, so that's all his pencil and ink work. And then I colored each page by hand, and then I rescanned them, recolored them in Procreate.
Oh wow!
So I literally traditionally colored them, and then I digitally colored them.
Great job, popping. Love it, and I love the panel work too.
Yeah, and because when I scanned the pages, it was going to be all white background. I didn't like it, so I wanted it to be all black, so people could just focus on each panel when they were looking at the story.
Great job, definitely does that intense job. Ooh, the lettering, lovely. Hell yeah.
Yeah, I'm still working on getting better at lettering, so I'm still, like I said, I'm just improving as I go by. So I'll figure it out more. Like, I got a bunch of friends who are great at letterists, so I'll get some tips and tricks from them to do better next time around too.
I'm digging it though, because I like how you use kind of the lines from a cartoon style. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like John, he added some of these, and then some I added as well. So I just went over them and colored them, like the boom he did, and then I just put my own little words in here and stuff like that.
So what's going on here, man? What's popping off with this sequence of pages? Like, is this blood, Sable?
Yep, that's Eric Burns. That's the guy.
Okay. Bet.
Yeah. And there's the letter he gets from his wife, a surprise package for him and, Aiden, the Eric Burns' son in the book. And then, we're going to learn about the Tissian kingdom in the future episodes. So when he says for Tissia, we'll find out what the Tissians are later on. We're going to find out what kind of people they are and what happened to those people.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And there's Blood Sable, like I said. And I loved it because, in superhero books, when they get the powers, they're all like, they're like, oh man, this is cool and stuff. But Eric, he doesn't care about what's going on right now. His son is gone. He's trying to find his son. He don't care what's on his skin. He's a dad who's wondering where his son is at. And I think in a real life situation, even if someone had powers, like if you get someone taken from you, I think the first thing you're going to do is wonder where they are, and you're going to try to find them. And then we're going to have some things going on.
Once we find them, then I'll be like, all right, now that I know you're safe, what the fuck is on me?
Yeah, kind of like that. Yeah.
What am I going through? Look at that. I like that. And
yeah,
John. I had a mohawk like that once, if you believe it.
Yeah, John, he did a great job on the inks. I loved this cover. I loved coloring the most. This cover was awesome. I took most time because I loved how he did the sword and the little blood blades and stuff like that, which is pretty awesome.
Is that literally like a blood sword?
Yeah.
So is that part of his power set or something? He manipulates.
Yeah, like he can make like swords. Like he can't make guns, but he can make like swords, shields, katanas, stuff like that. Things that are actually like he can hold in his hand.
Oh, that's cool. All right.
And there's he can also fly, which is pretty cool with his blood wings, which is pretty awesome.
Oh, but look at that. Ryan showing you some love right there, baby. There we go.
Ryan, brother, you shout me out too much, man. I appreciate you. Thank you, brother. I appreciate it.
No, but I agree. The pages you saw, that was a huge difference. Now I get into these covers. We got that bad boy right there. That we saw.
Yeah.
Fire.
And cover B is, I think, a homage cover to Spider-Man. If I
remember
correctly,
it is. Yeah, man. Dig it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a bloody ass cover, man. If you could have made that red like in foil for a variant cover, it would be dope, bro. It would stand out so much.
See, I appreciate that. I might actually do that too. We'll see.
Yeah, Dust of Blood as foil. That shit would look dope.
Yeah. You're right. That would actually be a pretty good idea. I'm not gonna lie.
That's what I do here too. I just hand out I love giving ideas.
Because you're right. Because it would.
I love the project. I'm like, ooh, you could do this. It'd be so much, shiny.
Yeah, you're right. Because it would kind of emphasize like Blood Sable in the middle, and you can see the color, sparkling around him. I get it. Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. But love it. I love it. Again, just because if I see that, that cover will sell the fuck out, bro.
Yeah, and then the Grok, he did an awesome Blood Sable cover, which was.
Awesome.
Grok
comics too. Yeah, I see. Grok, I see you two talking stuff. I don't know. Keep doing what you're doing. That's the devil talking to you. Don't listen. All right, get it done. This is dope though. Great job on this too. This is like you can see make right here. Like you can make an action figure out of this one. You know what? Those little coming out.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. You give me future ideas for stuff. I appreciate you.
No problem. Ooh. Oh.
Yeah, the artist Jay on IG. He's great. He's also done other covers for me too for future stories. So he's a great artist. Love his work. He's also got some stories coming up too for himself.
My dude.
Yeah, the artist Jay's awesome. He's a great artist.
And this is another one I think I would also, I think this one, fuck yeah, because this shit put the foil on this red blood. Yo.
Yeah, I love the way he did the background too. He also sent me a poster design without the Blood Sable on it, so it could just be like him, Blood Sable with the blood around him.
Oh, nice, bro. And this is actually also, I think, this one, if we could get the rest of him, his 2 feet, great for a t-shirt. And put it on a red.
Yeah.
No, actually, no, a nice white t-shirt just like that. No Blood Sable, just him. And maybe it's a little logo somewhere. Even on the sleeve, Blood Sable on the sleeve. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the way to do that. I love this design though. That's what it's fire. It is so fucking 90s. I'm just digging it. That's why I love it.
Yeah, that's why I loved it. Like it just when John got a part of the project, everything just fell into place. Now it's just like this is it. This is the way Blood Sable is gonna look. And then And then I took one of the covers and I redrew it in my own style, which was pretty cool. One of the other artworks he sent me, which is the back cover that D. Hausner colored. So I redid this one in my style. I added the blood and stuff. I did it in my own style. I just wanted to.
This one too, man. You know what? This one. Remember back in the day? You remember the cover for Blood Strike from Image?
Yeah.
That the blood, you kind of almost feel it.
Yeah.
That would be good for this one.
Oh yeah, that would be cool. Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah.
So you use that Blood Strike method of the blood, kind of like ew, like dry blood.
Yeah. That'd be cool.
There you go. More. Come on. I'm just giving. I love the book. I'm telling you, this one is inspiring me.
Yeah, that was an awesome poster, and then this poster I did as well, which is pretty cool. I love this. Is my original artwork right here, and my original colors. It's all me on this one.
I want to see this as a card, like a trading card.
Okay.
This would be cool. This our trading card in the back, the whole specs and everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yo, you should start, yo, for real. I think this and this like that look, everything, yeah. And make that so they know it's official, make that foil.
All right.
Official trading card. Like no, not a fake, boys and girls. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I might actually do that as a trading card. Have a bunch of them on my hand for whenever I go to Comic Cons and stuff.
Hell yeah, but we're gonna be talking about those cons. I'm telling you, I love this, man. This is so fire.
Yeah, like Blood Sable. He actually, when I was drawing Blood Sable, I loved the character from Wildcats, Backlash. I think that's what his name is, Backlash. And so I loved the way his poses were and stuff like that. And so I would always that's one of the characters that when I first started Blood Sable, I was like, I like that character.
Wait, you said Wildcats? It wasn't it Ripclaw? I remember Ripclaw had a pose like that.
Yeah.
Oh, no, is he Wildcats? Oh shit. Yeah, right? Ripclaw with the Cyber Force.
Yeah, I don't know which.
Backlash was his own guy. Wasn't Backlash the guy with the whips?
Yeah, I think that's who it was.
He was a former Team 7 member.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah. That was a Brad Booth book, wasn't it?
I think so. But yeah, Blood Sable. Yeah, because I just love just seeing this all over again. Just like people just want the posters and the sticker. Like I tried to make it to where people
sticker. I mean, is it like a die cut sticker just like that?
Yeah, it's gonna be just like that with the imprint. And everything.
I want it. I want one. Yo, yeah.
Yeah, I tried with everything in the Kickstarter. I tried to make it to where people would want it.
Yeah, this looks so street. Yeah, this looks like a dude that's about to fight somebody in Street Fighter right now.
Yeah. Jam Packed Art, another IG artist. He helped. Those are my inks, and he colored over my artwork.
Really? Oh,
yeah.
Bro.
Yeah. Wow. So he colored over my art, which is, I'm pretty thankful. Jam Packed Art on IG. He's a great artist. And then if people want original art from me, I have it, and they can have original art from me doing Blood Sable, so they can have that as well. And then. I had a couple artists come in late and support me. So I was like, hey, if people want this bundle, I'll put it up there too. So they can get another cover, some posters, and another awesome sticker.
Yeah, the more I look at the character, the more I'm falling in love with the look. I mean, the interpretations that are done, like, yo, fire, bro.
Yeah, when I was creating him, like I said, I try to go to my native roots, try to make him look like a Native American warrior. So that's what he kind of looks like with his hair, and the ponytail. Yeah.
Yo, listen, I have a ponytail. And anytime I walk around my town in Massachusetts, no one thinks I'm Puerto Rican. They ask me what tribe I'm from. I swear.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm Taino, but I'm Puerto Rican. I'm not native.
Yeah, me, I take off my hat and I turn my head and they say, "What tribe are you from?" Because my forehead. So I'm like, I'm Cherokee, and they're like, "I knew you were."
My problem is I wear my fucking ponytail like up high purpose, and that's why they look at me and they're like, I'm about to fucking go to war with them. Like, yeah, let's go. Fuck it. Let's go. Well, you got let's
yeah, there's a
what are you talking about here?
Yeah, if people back Exodus Z and Blood Sable, they will get a poster of his character and my character fighting zombies. Yeah. Man, and then everybody's gonna get that.
Already reached it. Yeah.
Yeah. Every physical backer is gonna get Blood Sable versus Liar, which is awesome. It's just a chef's kiss, just because Liar, I have big plans for him coming up next year. a 50-page book for Liar that's going to be coming up. I did it all myself. I'm so proud of that one. It's going to be gnarly. It's going to be ready for October.
And the more I see this logo, you gotta definitely make that shit foil, all right, all the time.
Yeah.
So it the fuck off, bro. I love it.
And the logo, I pretty much, you know, it was when I was doodling, I wanted to be simple because simple is, you know, usually people get attracted to something simple that they can look at and they can, you know, be like, okay, I know where that logo's from. I know who that person is. So when I made the Wake Comics logo, I wanted to make sure people, when they saw it, they knew who it belonged to.
Man, look at that. So
I know I'm about to get to 40, and then, you know, there's the villains of the story. We'll see Sorrow's Sword in issue 1. We'll see Saavedra in issue 2, and of course we'll see him too. We'll see them. They're all important characters for the next couple stories.
You see, you already did the cards here.
Yeah.
The only one you got to fix a little bit is this guy to make sure that, you know, we put his name somewhere.
Yeah.
Make it in this format or this sideways or this way, not square, of course. But you already got cards right here, bro.
Yeah, I'm gonna make them as little prints, but yeah, I definitely can make them as cards too and put the logo.
I mean, put their name on the top, you know what I mean, and then maybe on the corner put the blood sables, you know, that way, you know what universe they're from.
Yeah,
boom.
I agree, man. I appreciate all the love and support, and yeah. If we hit 1,000, people will get to get the original, you know, PDF and of Liar, the first book, and then they'll get from Will Sir, they'll get another poster and stuff like that. And the pen and pad, loved his rendition of Blood Sable. Great artist. I recommend everybody, all the artists in this campaign, please go follow. They're all great people, just great guys.
You landed some monsters in this shit. I want to see what you guys could do with the Comic Crusaders mascots. Yeah. I'm curious.
Yeah, and Tim Adams, just, you know, love his work. Just, he was willing to be a part. And then there's Crescent Blue, Conquer Darkness, my book. People want to get it. And then there's my, I drew that, put my logo behind it. That's my character, Blood Sable.
Bro, finish up the hands. This is your t-shirt for your company right here.
All right, I definitely can go and Procreate and fix that. That's for sure.
Yeah, but at the hands, that's your t-shirt. Since you got that background color, make it a nice burgundy shirt or whatever, or that's brown, whatever. Boom, fuck yeah. And then that.
Oh yeah.
Like they said, don't put the blood sable there. Put that on the back of the neck. You know, use that real estate, baby.
Yeah.
on the back of the there we go.
That's great, man. Thanks for all the pointers. That's awesome.
No, but
some of the things you said, I didn't even think about, and now I'm just like, man, the possibilities now I got.
Yeah, but listen, everybody just hit me up. I love to help, man. It's just, you know, I see things you just help, and that's what I want to do. Besides doing the pod, like, I see the listen. I'm a fan already, just looking at it, folks. Listen, that's how easy it is right now. You get simply start for $1 just because you know. You don't need no rewards. You're a good person, you know. And what's $1 in your life? Go ahead and throw in just because you're pitching. But now, if you're looking for something, digital copies start at $7, mi gente. And when you get the exclusive Sable poster A for $10, right? And then the poster B for $10. Stickers start, and so $15 is where we start getting the physical copies, right?
Yeah, because I want to make sure that the shipping, people can get it, you know, on time and ready to go.
And how's the shipping? Yeah, for you, fair price? Are we doing domestic? Yeah, are we getting international? What's popping?
Yeah, we're getting everything. I'm able to ship around the world. So when I reached out to my post office, they already, you know, I'm listed as a business, so I get some of the, you know, cuts and stuff, so they can get stuff shipped faster for me.
Beautiful. There we go. And folks, again, for the nerds out there, for the trying to find a Christmas present.
Yeah, I get it for Christmas. I'll make sure as soon as the money hits my account, I'm shipping it to people as soon as it's done.
Yeah, this is all you gotta do. Again, you telling me I supported a wonderful campaign. I'm gonna put you on to one of the dopest new universes you never even heard about yet. You know what I mean? So you're gonna get put on right here. This is what it is. Support independent comics, baby. Again, $15 for this, and supporting my man over here, supporting his fam, and getting some dope books in your hands.
Yeah.
With an arsenal of amazing creators. I mean, look at these covers you could get.
And it's crazy. Yeah, like you said, like I reached out, a lot of good artists, you know, they've seen my work over the years, and they're just like, hey, brother, I'll make fan art for you. I'll chip in a cover, you know, and I've redrawn their characters and been back in their books and stuff. So I've had a lot of great support. People want to draw stuff for me, which is pretty freaking cool. You know, you can't get that anywhere else where you have good people in your corner. It's like, hey, brother, I got you. I'm going to draw you something.
Well, good energy brings good energy. There we go. and that's the truth. But folks, just get involved right there from $1. I mean, you get only 22 available.
Yeah, because I only have 22 of those artworks, so I'll send them randomly. So whoever gets it will get one random artwork. So it'll be a random piece. So whoever gets one, they'll have it.
You hear this, folks? You don't play original artwork. You know how that is nowadays. You gotta jump in, like Jay-Z said. I mean, come on, man, you gotta get that art. You paying 22 now, it'll be 22 million in a couple of years. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you never know. We'll see. We'll see.
You know, you gonna get all the Blood Sable covers, you know, right there for $40. You know what I mean? The new collab bundles, you know, the I Want It All bundle for you. For those, you know, collectors that just need everything. You know, this is for you. And again, it ships all over the world.
Yeah. And it's great because I've had a lot. There's a lot of artists I didn't expect to back Blood Sable. A lot of big artists that I'm thankful. I follow them and I reached out to them and they said, "Hey, I love your stuff. I'm backing it." So there's a few YouTube artists who I've reached out to who have backed it. So I'm proud. And the artist that I'm talking about, Pop Cross Studios, he backed Crescent Blue as well. So just to have a big name YouTuber back my book is just praise to, you know, I guess my hard work. So I'm very thankful and blessed for that.
Oh, beautiful. I mean, again, it's what it is. You're doing it. Again, folks, look, it's funded, but we want more. Let's make it
more. Because I want people
more.
To get the goals. I want to give everybody everything. Everything that I have, I want to give to people.
Let's fund this to like 2 racks. Come on, we got 8 days to go, and I know it's a pay week, folks. Don't be bullshitting me. So, so make it rain. You know, skip Mickey.
Yeah, let's go.
Whatever crap, and get into something like this. Support independent comic book creators. Yo, this is live right now. We only got 8 days to go. So let's get more of that paper, baby.
Yeah, let's go. I'll take anyone's business from all walks of life. You come my way, I'll take your business.
Yeah, it's some good stuff You already saw beautiful art. It's gonna be a great story, inspired by you know a wonderful human story. You know what I mean? So you know you're gonna get emo. You're gonna get involved. You know what I mean? When I mean emo, it's not an insult. I mean emotional. You know, it's to the heart. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's dope. You captured with the story already. Yeah, a man is doing anything for his family. Dead ass. I'm one of those. So. You already sold me on that.
and which is cool is that there's a lot of superheroes, you know, villains in the book that I named after my son. Like my son has autism, so he likes to get loud. So there's a character in a future story called Call Out, and he's a screaming cat thing. So a lot of villains I made, you know, based on my son, what he does, his little triggers and his little, what I want to call it, his activities that he does at home, like his finger tapping and stuff, his autistic stuff that he does. So I made a bunch of villains, you know, that he can conquer in the books. So I'm pretty proud of that. And he loves it. He knows Blood Sable. Every time I show him his character, he smiles. And, you know, I just have a lot of good stuff.
Is he verbal?
Not yet, but he does have little ticks. He likes to go, he makes noises and stuff. I know his noises like the back of my hand. His mom can't do them, but I can. So yeah, he usually points. We have a tablet that he can, you know, show us stuff on. He likes to point at stuff, so he'll show me. And he has his own little phone. He likes to take pictures, so he can always show me what it is. So yeah, he has his way of talking to me, just not verbally.
Yeah, I get it. It is that I'm around a child with autism, you know, once in a while, nonverbal, but it's trying very hard. Says some words, and it's like wow. And then I noticed. For example, that he likes to play with his phones, right? Yeah. He likes to have 2 at a time, and there's a specific song that he likes, and he actually mixes them like a DJ. I was listening. I said, "Wait a minute, my man is mixing. What the fuck? Oh, you see,
Hey, kids with autism.
I said, yo, that mix is kind of fire. What the hell is going on here?
Yeah, some kids with autism will surprise people. My son surprises me every day. Like this kid, he'll find something and I'll be like, what is it, buddy? And he'll show me and I'll be like, oh, that's what you're trying to show me. So he's just a great kid. I love my son. God made him the way he is, and he made me his father for a reason. So I'm here to support him, and this book is for him. That's the whole reason why I created Blood Sable. The day I held that little boy in my arms, I was like, I want to create something for him.
You see that? And that's how you support that fatherly parental love right there, man.
Yeah, everybody click it.
Right there. It's right there. It's also on the show notes. Show that love. So kiddo, just 2 more things before we go. You mentioned cons a little bit earlier. I mean, have you done cons, or are you looking forward to doing any cons in 2025 that you already have planned out, where we can meet you in person and get some signed copies and shake your hand? What's popping?
Yeah, I actually have talked my bank, one of the officers there. I've talked to him about a couple of cons that are going to happen here in Oklahoma that he's going to have me signed up for. So 2025, I definitely will be at a couple in Oklahoma for sure.
Oh, dope. There we go. So you gotta keep us, updated, so that way I could tell people where you're gonna be at, so they'll get these signed copies.
Yeah,
and who knows?
I know,
traveling, man. Al Mega's a single man, and I gotta travel the world. And if Sylvester Stallone thinks Tulsa's cool, you know what I mean? Maybe I think I gotta check that out.
Yeah, there's some good stuff in Tulsa. Like I'm originally from Arkansas, grew up there, but Oklahoma was always my second home. So I've been in Oklahoma the rest of my life, and Tulsa, the big city, because I'm from the country. The big city was different for me, but I love it. There's a lot of great things in the city that people need to check out for sure in Tulsa.
Yo, we're gonna have some fun. There we go. And of course, based on your journey and bless this journey you've been on, for you to have a smile and that wonderful energy with everything you've gone through. First of all, folks, you see, you motherfuckers out there that complain on some bullshit. Have you heard what this man has shared with us today? Don't complain, yo. This man is still there, pushing through with a smile on his face, yo.
I got to.
Soldiers I want to see right here.
I appreciate it, bro. Yeah, I got to. Yeah. I got to. When I see my wife say, "Honey, you did it," it just gives me just the biggest just hype. Like, I just want to flex on people, because she believes in me more than anyone, and she's supported me. She shares my stuff. She even backs my books too when she has the opportunity, and she don't even have to. I'm like, honey, you don't have to, but she's like, I love you. I'm gonna support you. This is what you're meant to do. So she's my biggest supporter, and I just want to show her love. And if I can get her story out there, I'm going to, and each and every time I can.
There we go. Let's make that happen. And lastly, what type of advice would you give to creators out there, on maybe a similar journey like yours?
Just don't quit. If you have something that you love and you enjoy with your whole heart, it may take years like Blood Sable did. It may take 9 years. It may take a little longer, but don't stop creating that thing that you know is going to be great one day. Because when you do it and then it gets, funded or shared or loved by people, it just shows you that hard work that you did, it paid off. So don't ever quit on anything that you have going on, because you never know if it's going to blow up. So that's all I would say, is just keep your nose to the ground and just work on that thing that you love the most. Because if you love it with all your heart, it'll work out in the end. It may not be quick, but it'll get there. You just got to believe in it. You may be scared, like I was scared and nervous about it. But, when you have people, when you share your story, it's going to be all right. That's all I got to say. It's just going to be all right. Just keep going. You got this.
You hear that? It's going to be all right, folks. And I believe that too. Believe in yourself. You want to see what my man is always up to. He shared his link tree that's going to lead you to the whole universe of what he's talking about. That's link tree, and it's RYDESCHO.
Yeah, and it's right. And it's Rida Show. It's based on my wife's last name and my son's name, so I put them together. So my wife and son, like I said, they're my rock. So I try to do everything I can and use them in promotions and stuff anytime I can.
There we go. So let's do that. But most importantly, folks, there's only 8 days to go, baby.
8.
So you support that wonderful Kickstarter. The links below.
Thank you.
Show notes. Click away. Show the love. All right. Support independent comics. I am Al Mega with the amazing DeWayne Dority. My Crusaders, thank you so much for tuning in. For those that commented, I appreciate your energy and your love. If y'all creators, PM me, DM me. You know what I mean? Slide in. Let me know that y'all wanna be on the show. We're here to support you guys, all right? Let's make it happen, all right? Hasta la próxima, mi gente. Much love.
Peace.
Thank you for listening to the Comic Crusaders podcast. If you like the concept, please subscribe and turn on notifications. Also, please visit comiccrusaders.shop and our extended podcast family over at undercovercapes.com. And also make sure to download the Comic Crusaders app on the Google Play Store today.